Hey everyone, welcome back. Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for Cinco de Mayo 2023, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at those live spot prices, check out the premiums on those American Silver Eagles, as well as the availability on those Silver Eagles. But right before that, huge shout out and a big thank you to all of our channel members. Really appreciate all y'all's support, really do. And if you're interested in joining, it's $1.99 a month. It's about a cup of coffee per month, right? Not too bad. Now it looks like gold is actually down this morning to 20.52.71. Silver's also down 26.14. Platinum down 7.55 to 10.55.52. And palladium down 4.05 to 15.02.20. But as we look at all these numbers, palladium's still above that $1,500 mark. Platinum above that $1,000 mark. Gold, look at that, about $20 from the all-time high. And could we see an all-time high today? Absolutely. And then silver above $26. Wow. Incredible. So look at this, the PayPal payments for the credit card, you're looking at $49.14 now with the premiums. Yeah, look at that, $23. That is incredible. And could we see a $24 or $25 premium soon? Absolutely. And wow, yeah, that is going to go right past that $50. We saw it once already. Well, I think maybe just a little bit at the end of last month in April, we saw this hit $50 for about 2 or 3 days. So could we see that again? Absolutely. Because, yeah, the United States Mint bullion sales, no new tale to tell this morning whatsoever for April, 900,000. So yeah, really looking forward to see what May brings. All right. Will it be another 900,000 American Silver Eagle month? And if so, we are going to be looking at a pretty lean year, but not the leanest year ever. Okay. Now, over here to coinnews.net, there's an article by Mike Unser dated May 4th. That was just yesterday. And the title of this article is U.S. Mint Sales. Repeat week for Silver Eagles. Has a big month, right? Big week, rather. And look at this. This is also in the news. And it honestly, I think this is probably the most underrated, undervalued set for 2022. And with that, well, I have a theory that we may or may not see the 23 uncirculated sets this year, because we look at the mid-schedule, it's at the very back of the schedule. Now, if we do look at the subscriptions, it does have a date, but that really doesn't mean anything. I think we need to go off the product schedule for most everything. But let's face it, the subscriptions are a general guideline. Now, the latest U.S. Mint sales stats lack any new product releases for a second week in a row, and as a result, the Mint's best weekly sellers were their core offerings, including American Silver Eagles and annual sets. There we go. Once again, the 2023 West Point Proof Silver Eagle was the top-selling product for the second consecutive week. Sales of its standalone option, product code 23 Echo Alpha, increased by 5,785 coins from the previous week, totaling now, this is the product right there, 23 EA, 386,173 coins. And sales for the Congratulations set product 23 RF increased by an additional 529 coins, totaling 29,815 coins. Folks, don't forget the United States Mint added an additional 10,000 coins or products to this particular Congratulations set, because if the Mint hadn't done that, well, we'd be about almost sold out of that particular product. Now, it says here, surprisingly, last year's uncirculated Mint set ranked second for the week. All right, surprisingly to some folks, right? With an increase of 1,056 sets for a grand total of 229,433 sets sold. That's the one I do believe that is going to be the one to have because of the American Women Quarters program. All right, it is the first year of the American Women Quarters program, and it is a very low mintage. All right, and let's face it, we don't know how many of these are going to be cracked open and for grading purposes, but it's got to be less than that number there, right? Now, with that said, well, I guess the 2020 is the lowest in quite some time, and that's at 211,700 or so. But let's face it, that was the end of the Beautiful quarters almost, right? So that was just those last 5 quarters. And then the following year in 2021, you had the Tuskegee Airmen and then the standalone quarter of Washington crossing the Delaware. So, like I said, and I'll show you those numbers here. This is an important set here, this for its 2022. Now, it says this marks its highest weekly increase since March 5, 2023, and only the third time this year that it has surpassed 1,000 in weekly sales. As an aside, the release date for this year's Mint set is yet to be determined, folks. We need to focus on that. And I think if it does or does not happen, I think it would be prudent for myself to go to eBay or the bank or wherever I can and obtain bank wrap rolls of 2023 coinage. Maybe not a box if you can't afford it or anything. If I can't afford it, whatever. but at least pick up some rolls for 2023 coins, because let's face it, we may not see high quality coins in the mint sets. And not only that, the United States Mint may or may not make coins going forward in the future, in the next few years, or they could change the metal composition of them going forward. So there's 3 reasons, in my opinion, that 2023 coins could be very important to collect. All right, now it says here, this is the list, the top 10 of the U.S. Mint top sellers. The listing right there for the top numismatic products for the week ending April 30th. That was just a few short days ago. Now, we talked about the number 1 spot, that Proof Silver Eagle from West Point, New York. We've also talked about the number 2 spot with that mint set. And look at that 3rd spot. You're looking at the Congratulations set. Number 4 spot is the American Women Quarters Proof set. All right. Then number 5, there you go. That's kind of a big one right there. The 5 spots taken by the 2023 West Point $50 American Gold Buffalo Proof Coin. And I would suggest it would be really interesting to see if Mike Unser and the folks over there at coinnews.net could not only produce, which ones had the biggest sales as far as numbers, but also which ones had the largest percentage in gain. Not necessarily the ones that are new products, but products that have been there a while that actually have had a boost or a bump in product sales. Now, number 6 spot, look at this. 2021 proof set sold 177, folks. I don't know where that came from, but that is incredible. And I think we're seeing older sets, the 2021s, the 2022s, because, well, there's just not that many products being offered by the U.S. Mint right now. All right. 7 spots taken by the 2022 limited edition silver proof set. And really, it's not that limited. It's just a different packaging. It's the matrimony of the silver proof set and the American Eagle. Number 8 spot, you're looking at the 2022 silver proof set, sold 156. Number 9 spot, and I think this would have been a big seller if it was a coin and not a metal. And we are almost at that 75,000, but at 126 or 400 or 500 per month, it's going to be a while before we get to that 75,000 mintage limit. Now look at that 10 spots coming in there. That 2021 mint set. That's the uncirculated, and that features the last of the American the Beautiful quarters, as well as the standalone quarter for Washington crossing the Delaware. Good stuff here, folks. That's 7 minutes into the video, and I haven't even just broken into the rest of these data, right? So in its latest report, the U.S. Mint published sales data for 315 numismatic products. Among these products, 50 of them outperformed their sales from the previous week compared to 82 in the prior report. 2 products saw an increase of more than 1,000 units, just like in the previous report. Elsewhere, the report revealed that 5 products had negative weekly sales, which is half the previous amount. The sales reductions varied from 5 to 2,306 units, with the largest decrease attributed to the 100-coin bag right there of the 2023 Philadelphia Edith Kanaka quarters. Folks, that was the one with the die clash, right? And did you buy one of these bags and find any die clash? Some people haven't. Some people found 2. I was lucky enough to find 8. I couldn't believe it. Who knew? Now it says, looking back at the option logged for a large jump of 4,109 during its first full week of release, while other Kanaka quarter options made more typical moves. Since then, its successive weekly changes have been negative 167, 67, and now negative 2,306. Now, this, I think, was the biggest what moment for this whole particular page that I'm looking at right now. So if you dig the Armed Forces silver medals, and now I'm talking the 2.5 ounces right there, look at the sales on these. Look at the Coast Guard sold 33, Air Force sold 0, but look at this, 7 Navy medals were sold. What? Yeah, look at that. 9 Marine Corps medals were sold, and then an additional 9 U.S. Army 2.5 ounce medals sold. So the Army is the closest one to fulfilling that 10,000 mintage limit, right? And then you got the Navy, and then obviously the Coast Guard, and then, well, the Air Force, and then finally right there, the U.S. Marine Corps. So look at that. Where are these coming from? Who bought these? This is incredible. Well, whoever they were, they scored congratulations. Now check it out. I do believe that the American Liberty silver medal will be, well, not as cool as it could have been if it were a coin. Now, clad proof sets, look at that, 18 of those sold. And if they keep trickling out at 18 per, and I keep looking at 7:30 in the morning, and I keep clicking that remind me button, I've never seen these at all, ever. But I would buy more if given the opportunity at the mint price. Now, over here, the silver proof sets, well, look at that, 2022 silver proof set, 240,000. And that is going to be one of the lowest minted silver proof sets since ever, folks. That's important to follow. It will be just right above that 2018 silver reverse proof set. Maybe not as valuable, but definitely going to be the lowest since just about ever. Now, uncirculated mint sets sold 1,056 for that 2022. You got to love that. Now, proof and reverse proof silver eagles. No 40 coin bulk packages sold, but that was a pretty healthy amount of American silver eagles. 5,785 for a total of 386,173. And is there an American silver eagle planchet shortage? There could be. And will we see American silver eagles be in short supply this year? And because the American Silver Eagle bullion are in short supply, also being capped at 900,000 per month, are people going to look to the proof silver eagle? And if they do, will the premiums become ridiculous on these proof eagles as well? Because I'm not seeing it just yet, but what if and when that happens? Well, when it does happen, we will definitely be shouting that from the rooftops. Here we go. Proof gold coins. These are the eagle coins. This had a jump of almost 3%. That's the half ounce. And that was interesting because that's the least minted one out of all of them. All right. But there was another one I think I wanted to show you here. Yeah, there it is. So that's the Proof American Gold Buffalo coins. Look at that. Had an increase of 4%. That is remarkable, folks. That is remarkable. And I think it was the largest percentage jump out of all of the coins here that I'm showing you here today. So I think I just have maybe one other thing to show you here, and I think I'll bump over to those plus ones. All right, here we go. I think that's it. Pennsylvania, Delaware, dollars, metal set, Native American candies. Oh, yeah, check this out. The 2022 two-roll set. What? Where are those coming from? Along with, look at this, the 2021 P&D. What? Where are these coming from, folks? It is incredible. And then there you go. The Edith Kanaka Ole quarters lost 2,306 for negative 35.73% on those sales. That's incredible. And I do believe that has something to do with that die clash. And did you find any of those die clash from Edith Kanaka Ole P-Bag? And if you did, how many did you find? Or how little did you find, right? So let's bump over here to those plus ones. Bam! Not a little too fast there. Jumped the gun. Now, this is Proverbs 16:22. It says, intelligence is a source of life to its possessor, but the discipline of the foolish ones is foolishness. So yeah, you don't discipline the foolish because that is foolishness. You won't get anywhere with it because I think it's a waste of time to punish, rebuke, or reprimand a fool. I put that in parentheses because I think in the Bible it can mean so many things. When you say fool, it can mean like somebody who's arrogant, somebody who's stubborn, somebody who talks too much, me. Then it says here, you can't change people. They have to want to change themselves first. And I think that's what that's all about. Now let's head over here to 395.99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Mr. And the song is called Broken Wings. Dig it. Ah, yes. Now, want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Also, please consider joining. It's $1.99 a month. Like I said, it's a cup of coffee. And, yeah, y'all have a great weekend. And thank you to all the channel members. Y'all know who you are. Look at that. That's your icon right there. That's you. Stacker out.